Law of conservation of linear momentum. So according to this law, if the net force acting on the system of bodies is 0, then the vector sum of linear momentum of these bodies is always conserved both in magnitude and direction. Once again I am telling the law. If the net force acting on the system of bodies is 0, then the vector sum of linear momenta of these bodies is always conserved both in magnitude and direction. That means, let me give an example. If there was a bomb of whose mass, let it be capital M, and which was initially at rest, so therefore initial momentum of the system is 0. And due to internal reactions and due to internal forces, if there was an explosion happened and if the bomb split into two parts, let the first part mass be small m and second part mass be capital M minus small m. And if the first part is moving with a velocity v1 and if the second part is moving with a velocity v2, that means now the two parts of the system gain some momentum, but this momentum was not due to an external force. Therefore, the total momentum of the whole system must be the momentum of the system before explosion. That means, let us see. So the final momentum of the system is equal to mass of the first piece, which is small m, into velocity of the first piece, which is v1, plus mass of the second piece, which is capital M minus small m, and velocity of the second piece will be v2. And since the net momentum is conserved according to law of conservation of momentum, so initial momentum must be equal to final momentum. That means P initial should be equal to P final. That means 0 is equal to mv1 plus capital M minus small m v2. So what we get? Capital M minus small m v2 is equal to minus m v1. Therefore v2 will be equal to minus m v1 by capital M minus small m. So that means the heavier part or the second part will gain the velocity in the opposite direction. Because of the internal explosion, the first part got some momentum. To counter it, the second part got the same momentum in the opposite direction, but the sum of these two momentum again will give us the value be same as the initial momentum of the system. So this is one of the example. We can give another example as the recoil velocity of the gun. So the same example, if there was a gun or a pistol, let its mass be capital M and there was a bullet of mass small m, but initially both were at rest. Therefore I consider gun and the bullet is as a system. So initial momentum of the whole system is 0, and if we trigger it, triggering is nothing but starting or giving the input. Giving or triggering is nothing but we are triggering the mechanism, internal mechanism of the gun. Therefore what happens, we are not applying any force on the bullet, but we are just igniting the internal mechanism. Therefore the internal forces of the gun will push the bullet with a velocity v1. That means the bullet got some momentum, but this momentum is due to internal forces. Therefore, according to law of conservation of momentum, to counter the momentum of the bullet, the gun should get the same amount of momentum in the opposite direction. By that, the net momentum of the whole system must be same as the previous. So like this, there are so many examples can be given based on law of conservation of linear momentum.